we're back on another live stream because I did enjoy it the last time we went live not long ago, but we'll just wait for a couple more people. But on today's topic is this guy, the CT Toys Daredevil is today's topic. Just get a few people in and going before we fully start. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about this guy, the good sides and the bad sides. We're going to talk about him because I have had a couple issues with him. So yeah, at the end of the day, he's a bootleg, so you're going to get issues, obviously. But yeah, just thought I'd jump on live for not so long today, 20 minutes or so, and just have a little chat about him and see what's going on. But yeah, having a little chat. So the box is this guy right there. Actually came in good condition, to say it was from AliExpress, but I bought it from the official Funly toy store, so that's probably why it came in such good nick. But yeah, that's the box. Pretty much the original version. Just says Daredevil instead of Devil, and of course the CT Toys logo down at the bottom there. We've got a Katrina in the chat. Hello there. Nice to see you on the live. So yeah, there we go. And then the back there is pretty much the same as the original. Does it say Daredevil on the back as well? Does indeed. Yep, says Daredevil on the back too. And then we've got Daredevil on the sides there. And then on the other side, a couple of shots of him. So yeah, pretty much the same as the original box, just with a couple other logo differences and such. We've got a Mario White in the chat. Hello to Mario, how's it going? But yeah, so there's the box. So we'll dive through some of the accessories he comes with. Now, if any of you wanted to know how I keep some of my accessories, there you go. I keep them all in a little container like this. So this is my third container. I've already filled up 2, and this will be my third one. But the accessories that are too big to fit in one of these, I just put them in a Ziploc bag. But that's how I keep my accessories. Got another person in chat. Hello, how are you? I am good. Thanks for asking. How's yourself? But yeah, we're just talking about this guy on today's stream. But yeah, he comes with 2 head sculpts, which I'll try and get to focus. If you can see that. I can't see the screen at the moment, so if it's in focus. There you go. We get that one, which is a grinning head sculpt there. And then we get a screaming head sculpt right there. Now, I wasn't able to use these 2, so we'll dive into that issue in a bit. So there we go. We'll dive into that issue in a second. And then it does come with 2 baton weapons. So it comes with a basic one right there. And then one with a little strap on the end for him there. A couple more people in the chat. We've got JK the Goat. You look nice, thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, we've got Toy Slice. We've got Dave in the chat. Let's go. How's it going, Dave? Nice to see you. And then JK's just spamming please for some reason. We've got Daunt in the chat as well. Thanks for joining. But yeah, there we go. We've got those 2 batons there. And then if you can see on the side of his leg there, we have a baton holder. So we get a couple different versions of that. We've got this one, which is empty. It's got no batons in it. But I also had an issue with this one because, as you can see, the little ball peg did come out. That's a easy little fix, is that though? Just a little dab of glue will keep it back in. So there we go. Dave's saying, good mate, that DareDevil looks nice. It really does. It really is nice. Probably one of the best that they've done. JK, it's JK please. And chat please. What is JK on about? He's just spamming please. You keep spamming please, I will put you in timeout. I am new content creator. Okay. But yeah, there we go. And then we do get this one, which has both of them in it. So if you have him holding no batons, you can swap it out for this one. And then if you're having him hold both of the batons, you can have this one. So it gives it more of a realistic look, which is a nice couple of details. And then he does get a bunch of hands. So he gets a pair of fisted hands. These ones come on the figure out of the box because they've got no holes in them. But the ones that he's got on are the ones with holes. So he can hold his batons. So we've got that one, please. And then we have more of a relaxing pair of hands there. Right there. And then he gets a pair of flat palm hands. Right there. And then we get more of these gripping hands. And these ones are like proper gripping hands. Don't know if I've used these. I'm trying to think. I think I've used them in one pose. But that's all. And then we get more of the open like throwing hand. So you can make him look like he's throwing his batons. So yeah, that's everything he comes with. Apart from probably some of the best accessories I've looked at in a figure recently. He comes with this one here, which is 2 batons, but it is on a bendy wire. So as you can see, you can literally put it in any position. So this is a thin white bendy wire there. So if you want to bend it anywhere, you can do. And then on the ends are just basic batons. So this will give him some nice dynamic poses and such. So if you want to look at my posing, I have got Instagram and I have posed this guy in some poses. A lot actually, because I've done 3 posts on him over on my Instagram, so go give that a follow. Same name as my YouTube, so don't worry about that. But yeah, there we go. And then he does come with that one on his that I've posed him up with. So on one end it is the regular baton, but on the other end it's more of a grapple, which is a very cool. And it is a shorter. The wire is a lot shorter than this one, on the grapple one. But yeah. But there we go. That's everything he comes with. So it is quite a lot of accessories for one figure. Now there is the figure itself. Looking real nice and mean. There. We've got a Ray in the chat saying how much was Daredevil. Now, because this one is the CT Toys and it is a knockoff, so this one costed me £20 in the UK. So that's probably what, $25, $30 ish maybe in the US and such. But over here it was 20 Great British pounds for this guy. Like I said, because you're paying, you know, barely anything for him, he does come with his issues and such. But look at that. I mean, you can't go wrong with that overall. Very cool. So we'll go through his articulation. So his head and neck are on two separate ball joints, so you can really get some motion going on right there. And he looks down that far, and then he looks up that far. Of course, you get that nice neck motion there going round. And then his arms. If I take this baton out of his arm, we'll get a better motion, because that is stopping him from putting his arms up. So let me just take that off. There we go. His arms do go all the way up. This one, I will say, is on the looser side. And that just happens, you know, overall in the long run with these bootlegs. They do tend to get loose. But because I've posed him up loads, he has gone very loose. Dave saying, what problems have you had with him? Right, so the problems I've had with this guy is, like I was saying, he comes with two other head sculpts, which I wasn't able to put on, because for some reason the joint that attaches the neck to the head is really stuck in his head for some reason. Like, if I pulled it off now, the joint would separate out from the neck instead of the joint staying in his neck, if you know what. Now, people have said to heat him up and such, and the head would just pop straight off. I've put him in a warm bath, I've used a hairdryer, I've pretty much used everything to try and loosen the joint up, but nothing. It's not having any of it for some reason. So I wasn't able to switch the heads out. Now, I did pull it off, and the joint was stuck in the head still, as it was. And I tried, what did I try? I tried bathing it in hot water, and then I got a pair of pliers, and I slowly was trying to twist it out of the head, but it just wasn't having it. Was not having it for some reason, so I thought, you know what, I'd rather have him with the neutral head sculpt than no head sculpts, because it was slowly cutting through the joint, was the pliers, so that didn't work at all. And then, what was the joint? And then, yeah, like I said, the other issue is he has got a little bit loose in the upper arms there. So if you want to pose him with these bendy wired batons, is going to be a little bit of a struggle now, because it's just going to weigh him down a little bit. We've got Cosmic Toys. What's going on? We've got Gareth in the chat saying, yo, Josh, man. Head over to Cosmic Toys YouTube channel if you want to go look at some Minecraft streams, because he has just finished up a Minecraft stream. So if you enjoy watching Minecraft, definitely check his channel out. He does toy content as well and such, so go check him out if you like your toys and Minecraft. Hi everyone, just tucking into tea, so can't really chat. No, that's fine, totally fine. And Mario's greeting him. But yeah, so the head sculpt doesn't come off of the joint, the loose arm, and then just a little ball peg there, which this one's an easy fix, just a little tad of glue. But that's it. That's all the issues really. The head, yeah, the head joint does suck a little bit, because I would love to pose him up in some of these head sculpts. But like I said, I'd rather have the neutral one than, you know, a snap joint and having no head sculpts on him at all. But yeah, nothing too major. No major breakages or snaps or nothing. No other joints have got loose on him. So yeah, he seems a pretty decent figure is this one. The only differences between this guy and the real one, look-wise, is the knee joints. So the knee joints and the elbow joints are painted a different color. So as you can see, they are a brighter red, compared to the rest of the arm. And then the knee joint there is a lot brighter than the rest of the leg, apart from the bottom here. But yeah, on the real figure, that is the same colour going all the way down. But of course, because it is a bootleg and CT Toys, there's got to be some sort of differences. But he is the same size as the original figure. So what CT Toys have done lately, they are starting to make him the original size. So this guy should be, what should he be? I want to say 6 inch, but he's a Mayfix, so he might be a little bit under 6 inch. Let me grab a Legend. So I've got Marvel Legends hand to hand, which is definitely 6 inch. So if you put this guy, yeah, 6 inch, I'd say. He's about the same size, yeah. So he's about 6 inches. Put him back. And yeah, overall he's a pretty decent figure, I've got to say. He is one of my favourites that CT have done, I will say that. So what was I doing? The articulation. So getting back to the articulation. Thanks, dude, no problem. Anytime. But it still looks really cool. It does. It does indeed. So like I was saying, double ball joint in the neck and the head there. So you get that motion. Arms going all the way up. You can get him into a full T-pose. And then we have those nice Mayfix butterfly joints there that make him curl all the way in. Right there. And then of course we get the bicep swivel, double joints in the elbows, and then a swivel in the wrists. And now the impressive part of this figure is the torso. So he has got an upper one and then also a lower ball joint. So that lower ball joint gives him quite a lot of motion in the waist there. And then the upper one does a little bit side to side and such, but you can get, I mean, without it pushing him too far, you can get all the way down just like that, which I'd say that's on a Spider-Man level, is that right there. We've got Triple G Comics in the chat. How's it going, bud? Love this figure. Is that the CT Gambit you have as well? I think I've picked him up. Yep, this is the CT Toys Gambit. I mean, these are all CT Toys. So we've got the CT Toys Spider-Man 2.0 using the amazing Yamaguchi body there. Really nice is that one. And then we've got the CT Toys Gambit that you were saying. Yep, we've got him. Now, I will warn you, because it is a bootleg at the end of the day, his effects are really big. I mean, if I had them to hand, I'd show you that literally they come out all the way about that far. So that does put pressure on his wrist joints. So as you can see, if I just literally move it a little bit, it will flop down because the wrist joints have got so loose. So if you pose him quite a lot, you will get loose joints with him. But of course, if you're not planning to pose him a lot and you just want him to stick him one pose or something on the shelf, then he will be fine. But yeah, the soft goods coat that he comes with, that is phenomenal, I will say. I do love that. And then we've got the CT Toys brown suit Wolverine right there. Not a single issue with this figure, I will say. Not a single one. So yeah. And then I have got a lot more CT Toys, but I haven't brought them down because there won't be enough space in the area. So I've got the Batman. Who else have I got? I've got the Batman. I've got 3 for 4 versions of Spider-Mans, which is the classic Spider-Man. We've got Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. We've got the black suit Spider-Man. We've got Miles Morales, which is the original first one that they've done. And I'd not recommend that one because it is the first one. It is crap, I'll be honest. And then I've got the, what is that? The Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom. That's it, that they've did. That was a brilliant figure as well. I think that's it. Nope, I've got the Helverine. I've got the Helverine as well, which just uses the same body as this figure, just with different heads and different claws. But yeah, so I've got quite a lot as it is. Ooh, that's really good. It is indeed. They look brilliant. They do. Compared to the real ones, because the real ones like 80 quid upwards, and I'm paying 20 quid, about 20 quid each for these, 30-ish for the Gambit, you know, and they are pretty much the same. I mean, they're not, the quality is lower, obviously a bit lower, but you're getting what you pay for. I mean, these are brilliant. Because I know there is some knockoffs out there which are absolutely shite, I'll be honest. Do I have any that are absolutely shite? I'm trying to think. I don't think I do. Apart from the Miles. But yeah, again, the Miles isn't like that bad. But I know there is some out there that are really, really crap. But yeah. Going back to Daredevil. So there's his ab crunch, like I was saying. That's on a Spider-Man level, is that. And then he does get a lot of back motion as well there. And then his legs are on a drop-down pin. So as you can see, there's them normally. And then you can pull them down like that to get a lot more upper motion. Double joints in the knees. And then, of course, a swivel in the feet there, as well as a toe peg there. Brilliant. I have to pose him up again. I'll do that after stream. Yeah, I almost went for Helverine, but bottled it. If I like the ones I've ordered, I may go back for him. Yeah, the Helverine actually is. Let me see if I can get him for you, just to show him off. There we go. There's the Helverine right there. Now, I will say this is probably one of the best head sculpts and such they've done, because this is an original CT Toys head sculpt that they made. They haven't just took that from another figure. They've actually made that themselves, because Helverine's not done. I mean, Mafex hasn't done a Helverine, so they decided to use the brown suit and then make their own head sculpt, as well as their own flame effect claws there. Saying very impressive with that articulation. Yeah, the articulation is insane. Wish I'd have gotten that now. Yeah, it really is good one. This is one of the best as well, I will say. It does come with other claws. They are pretty much the same as these ones, but with the flame effect up top here, it runs downwards into his arms instead, which are pretty good as well. But yeah, like I said, it's just using the same body mold as this one, just different heads and such. But yeah, really is one of my favorites, is this one. I've got him stuck in the Midnight Suns display. See if I can get this one in shot as well, actually. Will he stand there? There we go. And there we go. That is the CT Toys Daredevil. Now I'm going to have to pose him so he stands up now. right there. So yeah, just thought I'd come on live and do a little bit of talking about him. We've got a couple more in the chat. We've got a Lily. How's it going? And we've got a Liam. I love Wolverine. He's my favourite. Yeah, you can't beat a bit of Wolverine, honestly. He is one of the best. Definitely for Marvel. He's up there. See if we can get him stood up now. They are a little bit awkward to stand up for me because they are on a mouse pad. See if he stands there. Not the best pose, but a basic standing pose. Is he going to stand? There we go. There we go. David saying, nice one, Josh. Good to hear your views on the figure. Yeah, no worries. I mean, this is what it's all for. I will tell you the negatives about figures and the positives. I'm not one of those that just rants about a figure and says just good stuff. I'll be honest. I'll be totally honest about figures. If it's shite, I'll say it's shite. If it's good, I'll say it's good. Ooh, whoa, damn. Love the face, yep. You've introduced me to some great new figures. Brilliant value for money. They really are. They really are. But one day, I'd love to buy the real versions of these. Again, imported from Japan. That way they are a little bit cheaper. So each one of these will run about between 80 to 100 quid probably. Just for one of them. So one day I would like to buy the originals and then do comparison videos and such to see what the actual differences are in hand. So that's definitely up there for some video ideas for me. But yeah, there we go. Just wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about CT Toys Daredevil, because I know some people watch, you know, long form review videos, but I know there's other separate people that just tune into live streams and the shorts and such like that. But yeah, so I thought I would entertain both sides. Whoever likes long form videos, there's a full review on him over on my channel, so if you haven't, go check that out. And for those that like the lives and the shorts, then there you go, we've also got one for you guys as well. Thanks, Josh, no problem. Who does the originals? The originals is Mafex. So Mafex have made all these apart from the Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is an amazing Yamaguchi Revlotech. A lot of people hate these for some reason, because once you've got them all stood up and such, you know, the ball joints do tend to stick out and you can see them, unlike the Mafexes. But I quite like them. I mean, they're made for dynamic poses, I guess. So if you've got them in a pose such like this, then they don't stick out as much. But yeah, the majority of the figures that they're copying are by Mafex and Amazing Yamaguchi. But I have ordered a Mess Toys Symbiote Spider-Man. So it's using the same mold as this one. But it's not CT Toys. It's Mess Toys. Now this is where it gets a little bit confusing, because they are associated with CT Toys, but they're not making the same figures. It's more of a third party than a straight bootleg, because they are using this same body mold, but they're making figures that we haven't got from the official Amazing Yamaguchi. So they've made, let me try to think, a Symbiote Spider-Man, they've made a Kane Spider-Man, and they've also made, who is it, Superior Spider-Man, I think it is, with the Doc-Ock tentacles, I think, yeah, Superior Spider-Man. So they have made those, and apparently those are on a completely another level compared to these. Those are supposed to be like 100 times better than these, even on another level. So I have got one of those coming. I have got the Symbiote Spider-Man coming, which should arrive on Tuesday. So I will get a long form review of that out in the meantime, and then I will do another little live stream like this talking about it and such. But yeah, there we go. Who does the original? I've just read that one out. You will, don't worry. But yeah, just thought I'd hop on, talk a little bit about the figure, and that's it. What's your dream magic pickup? Oh, as in like any figure. Let me see. If you mean as in any figure. Now that is a hard one. That is a hard one. Mayfex, I mean. Right. Sticking to Mayfex, I'd say my dream Mayfex figure. The one that I have been wanting the most lately is the Mayfex Bane. The comic version of Bane from Batman. That one looks very nice, I will say. Yeah, I'd say that one. That one's my dream Mayfex figure. Is the comic version Bane. That one does look very, very nice. Can't wait to see it. Me neither. Oh, the Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, me neither. Can't wait. But yeah, the comic version of Bane, that would be my top tier Mayfex figure. Yeah, 100%. That one. But yeah, there we go. That was the little live stream there. I am looking to add a Spider-Man figure to my collection, but I really don't know which to get. We'll need some thought. That's the thing, there's that many Spider-Man figures out there. I mean, Mayfex, Amazing Yamaguchi, Legends, Marvel Legends, there's tons. Literally tons. Mezco is another one. There's literally loads. But yeah, just go for what you like, I guess. I mean, I'm more of a Mayfex type of person, so I'd go for the Mayfex. But if you enjoy other such as Marvel Legends and such, then you go for those. Whatever makes you happy. Your dreams will come true soon. I do hope so. Very do hope so. Now, CT Toys, what they normally do is post a picture of another prototype. So once they've released a figure, they normally post a prototype of what the next upcoming figure will be, but they haven't done that. So no idea what their next knockoff is going to be, which quite excites me, to be honest, because it literally could be anyone. But yeah, I think I'll wrap up the stream there, because it was planning to be a short one anyway for tonight. But yeah, there we go. That was my little short review live stream there of CT Toys Daredevil. Hope you guys actually enjoyed these live streams, because I quite enjoyed the last one that I did, the unboxing one. I did the, what was it, Marvel Legends Brother Voodoo. I unboxed him on a live. I really did enjoy it, so I am enjoying these little live streams that I'm doing. Mr. B's just joined. Just in time as we're going, Mr. B. Just in time. See you next time. Take care, Josh and chat. This was really cool and interesting. I did it 100%. Liking the support, thanks. So yeah, thanks for those that tuned into the live. I will be live next, obviously, with the Symbiote Mess Toys. I'll give my honest opinions and a review on that. Figure, sorry for missing your stream. All good, Mr. B, don't worry about it. Honestly, don't worry about it. Just glad that you've tuned in. I'm happy that you're here at least, you know, for the end at least. So yeah, but there we go. That was my little stream. I am gonna end now, so thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.